Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Dragon Quest Builders. This concept just makes me go insane. Like, I'm legitimately not sure who came up with the idea for this game. And it's just odd to me. It's really odd. But anyway, I won't waste too much time. We'll go hop in, more or less. We can go have a look at the settings, but there's not that much here that isn't entirely obvious as soon as you look at it. So there you go. You can also customize your character, which I won't do. But basically you can change the color of some of your guys' features. But considering how far away the camera usually is in this sort of game, you can barely see it anyway, so I don't see the point. The game's got multiple chapters, and I've only gone to chapter 1, but there's a lot of content in each chapter by the looks of things. I mean, this is like 4 to 5 hours in, and the demo, I mean, I rushed through the demos, the amount of content they gave you in the demo in like 20 minutes. So there is a fair amount of stuff to do here. So we're going to load into my game. There's no save timer, unfortunately, but it does tell you how many days you've gone for. And, well, yeah, we'll just load into my game. Why not? It's interesting that every individual chapter is its own save, like judging by that menu. So I imagine you like start fresh every time there's a new chapter. That would be kind of interesting. But we'll leave that alone for now. So anyway, here we are in my shitty little town. This is the area from the demo. You don't really move on from this area. I wish this area was actually a little bigger, because it's a pretty small area to build, especially when you start to get all your people in. But it's not that big of a deal. You've got people to talk to. Yes, my guy's named Baldric because the demo main character was named Bildric, and all I could think of was Baldric because everybody was insulting this poor guy's face. And you can talk to these people and they'll give you hints and they'll talk about other people in the town. A lot of people in the town actually hate other people in the town, which is kind of hilarious. I don't know why. It is everybody seems to have a problem with someone else, especially Pippa. Where's Pippa right now? Where is she? There she is. She's in cooking something. She is a stuck-up pain in the neck, I gotta tell ya. She makes you do all sorts of crap just for her. Like, she wants her own apartment. She wants a freaking dressing room. She wants all sorts of crap. And she has complaints about everybody that's here. It's ridiculous. And she's actually got a quest for me, too, that I've already taken. Yeah, and you have to go cook her something with meat and wheat. And I haven't got that yet. We'll probably be able to find that as we go along. But anyway, this is a town. And if you've ever played Minecraft before, you'll generally know what's going on here. But basically the idea is you have individual blocks. I've got lots of different kinds of blocks. I'll grab a stack of these. And you can place them on the world like so. And you can place one above by hitting the square button in there, in the same column. So you can make a maximum of 2 high blocks. You can also use the R and the L button to aim up and down. I didn't think the system was going to work very well at first, but once you get used to it, it's actually really easy to start building stuff. I had 2 stacks of blocks, and I wanted to make this second floor here. And this second floor here took me about 3 minutes. It was actually, and it was really simple too, because the thing is, when you hold in a button, like say, you can hold L and R to put it on the same level. So if you do that, you start strafing, then you can just hold the square button. And you can start putting stuff down, and it works really well. So I'll give them credit for that. Because the building system in this game just works great. Like, it really does. It works very simply, and it's very easy to pick up. And you don't need to worry about it at all, really. I can also chop down this tree and get the wood from it. It's going dark, unfortunately. You do have health and you do have food you need to worry about. Thankfully, when you start building stuff... Oh, we're under attack. When you start building, like, houses and buildings and stuff like that, for example, the crude kitchen here, residents will cook food and put it in the chest. So you can actually come here and take food that they've put in here for you, which is great. Your big item chest over here, this is the, they've got a really funny name for it, and I can't bloody remember it. I'll just look it up. Yeah, you got a full list of your stuff here. I know it's here somewhere. Where is it? It's the Colossal Coffer, that's it. This game's sense of humor is great. It's very childish. Like, and by childish, I don't mean the jokes are immature. I mean the jokes are like something you'd tell a 5-year-old. But they're also, they've also slipped in a few adult ones here and there. And it's just a nice atmosphere going for it. Especially, even with the monsters that come along, they fit with the atmosphere really well. But anyway, as I was saying, you have this giant chest here. And you can't access it from, like, going to town and you can put stuff in it, and it'll actually let you craft with them in here, in the blacksmith studio. That's what mine is right now. Buildings can have multiple grades, by the way, depending on what they have on the wall. So if I was to, for example, take this off, it would turn into an empty room because there's no light source. So if I put it back, it's now a blacksmith studio. But if I take this off here, oh, that's supposed to work. I'm not entirely sure why that didn't work. But yeah, if you take out any one of these particular items, they'll, brain work with me here, they'll degrade and upgrade the thing. So you can upgrade these and you'll get more benefits and stuff like that, which is quite neat. But yeah, you can come in here and you can build stuff, and it'll actually pull stuff from the... It'll pull stuff from the big crate as well, and it'll also pull stuff from this chest over here, but you don't really need to worry about this. Hey, they made me some brick walls, some straw floor, and a plant pot. So I can put this out and actually get some experience going on my base. So I can actually just put this right here, and that's an extra 300 experience points for me. That's kind of great. They make you shit while you're not here, which is awesome. Like, a lot of this game feels like it's streamlining. For example, just having stuff, like having food here in the chest for you, having materials over here, having everything come back to your crate. And the best thing about this crate, this, I forgot the bloody name again, but yeah, the nice thing about having it is that you can literally access this thing from anywhere and take items out from it and put them in without even having to worry about it. If your bags fall down the bottom there, it will just stick it in the crate. So you can go around harvesting as much resources as you want. You never have to come back. And the resources you need to build something like the swords or the sledgehammers, which you use for mining resources and stuff like that, they're all over the freaking place. Like, they're all over the place. So you don't really need to worry about ever running out of resources, because you can literally just go and get something done in a couple of seconds, which is great. The entire game feels like a really streamlined version of Terraria, which, I gotta admit, it actually works really well. Because it means that you can go around doing pretty much whatever you want and you barely have to worry about anything. Especially on the creative side of things, because you can just go and get hundreds and hundreds of resources and then come back and then process them all at once. And you don't have to worry about any sort of inventory juggling, you don't have to worry about any kind of stuff like that. And it works really well. It's very easy to sit down and start mining resources and think, where the bloody hell has an hour gone? It's entirely too easy to do that. So yeah, you can spend an absolute ton of time building rooms, and you can build rooms over rooms, because as I will show right now, I'll leave my guards to deal with that. You can actually have rooms inside rooms here. And even when it's zoomed in like this, I mean, there's a bit of jaggedness and stuff going on here. He just phased through the wall. That tends to happen a little bit, but doesn't really matter too much. I'll just go to... Oh no, they destroyed my kitchen. I better get out there. Sons of bitches. Oh, they destroyed my inn too. Oh god almighty. Alright, I better repair this. Ow. It's also notable that your equipment and your putting down stuff, like your crafting resources, are both different as well. Yay, that's back. Need to put my kitchen back in order. Right, needs a corner. Yep, there we go. So yeah, it's just a really nice streamlining of everything that makes the sort of games like Terraria and Minecraft. I was about to say Dragon Quest, but this is Dragon Quest. It's a streamlining of what makes those games great. And it's really cool. Like, considering how easy it is just to sit back, relax, and start losing time, it can get really... It can just get really engaging, and you can just sit there for ages, and I need to get this repaired. Why have I not repaired this? So the idea is there are preset battles in this game where your town will come under attack from silly little bastards, and they'll always come from this direction, so this is actually set up as a defense. You can do other things as well, like these two evil lord statues here will do attacks, and you can build things like walls and stuff like that to protect your town from the outside. That's all well and good. And that's all great. So yeah, this just works, like, really well, honestly. Like, this whole just building and crafting system, it's really simple, and you get new recipes by getting the items for them. So when you pick up sand, it teaches you how to make glass. When you manage to craft some glass, it teaches you how to make stuff with that glass. So it's just this really simple way of doing everything, and I really like it. So let's go and talk to this guy here and get a quest or two. The writing is really good too. There are these cutscenes that you do. Yeah, see, this guy's telling us to make an armory, and it's just putting some stuff in the dressing room that I made earlier, which is the room below this one. It used to be in an inexpensive inn, but it's not now, which is strange, but I won't argue too heavily against it. This is also how they teach you how to, like, upgrade stuff, by the way, because once you've upgraded, like, a room or something like that, in order to, you know, make it better, it'll save that you can do that in your menu, so, yeah. Let's just go and put these in here and we'll see what he has to say. As I was saying before, the writing is really good. Yeah, I've got like 10 beds in here and a silly little thing. Oh, I just pressed X. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, yeah, because I went and sit on the bench. The controls for this game are a little weird, honestly. They're, triangle is to swing your weapon, circle is to jump, X is to interact with stuff, and square doesn't do that much. It's odd. But yeah, they actually come and talk to you when you do a quest. And once you've built like a new building, it everybody comes rushing over to say, wow, that's so neat, that's so cool. And it's interesting. Is that no, interesting isn't the right word. The right word is cool, because they just all come running over and it actually makes you feel accomplished for doing something relatively simple. It's kind of great. I'll just eat to get my food meter back up. Alright, let's hope the blacksmith guy, I know he's around here somewhere, there he is. Let's hope this guy has a more active quest for me. The secret of making a furnace. Right, so I actually have to go and make a furnace now, unfortunately. So how do I make a furnace? So as I was saying before, the game has these sort of sleeping cutscenes that tell you the story of the game. But basically, it's Dragon Quest 1, but the hero decided to go with the evil guy at the end. Because he gives you, like, that's a bit of a spoiler alert, but then again, it's for a game that's like 20-something years old at this point. The guy takes it up, and the whole world gets taken over, everybody forgets how to build, and then suddenly you are the guy who knows how to build. Right, I have to take this thing. No. There we go. Take this. And yes, I'm aware. A little bit hard to distinguish between the two people there if they're standing right next to each other, but not a big deal. Where's my forge? My furnace, I mean. I will build my furnace. Yay, I've got the furnace. And now we can put it down. Nope, wrong button. Right button. Square is to, yeah, put down stuff. And it's just weird. It's really weird. But yeah, now I can smell steel and stuff like that, because it's just like tears and stuff, obviously. It's an interesting story, because in the first cutscene, you see how the hero of Dragon Quest I fell to his greed and ended up being, like, giving in to the evil lord. And then you see this whole different side of the story, where the, Rain, work with me here. Where the hero is getting done in by everybody. Like, everybody wants him to go and, like, save the world, and it seems to be stressing him out a bit, and it's actually pretty neat. Aha, I can make barricades. But yeah, that's what I mean. Once you have the materials, it'll tell you how to make it, which is pretty cool. How much do I need for this? Oh, I need another scorpion horn. Right. Okay, we've got another quest over here. I'm hoping this guy will say, hey, go find someone else. And apparently we have to build a watchtower now. Let's not do that. I'll actually go out into the world now. Now, the idea is that the game's islands are completely separate from each other. The islands themselves are pretty big, and they've all got a different set of resources. And these little telepads here take you to the different islands. I'm going to go sleep so that it's not nighttime when I go wandering into the area. There we go. But yeah. I should probably also mention, just while my mind's on it, you can actually put down blueprints like this somewhere that we can actually safely put it. If we put it, we can put it down here. Let's put it down here. And when you put it down here, it teaches you how to make them, and you can see a 3D rendering of them. So you can see what you need to get this done, and that's actually pretty cool. And they give you a bunch of blueprints like that, but for now, as I said before, we'll just go out into the world and start exploring. So when we enter the teleporter, we get taken across the world. So now we're on a different island. There is also apparently a world map that you can get later on. I was reading about this on the subreddit. And it shows you the entire world, and there's an absolute ton of islands to go explore. So there is a bunch of stuff that you can go explore, actually, and I'm going to go and find one of these little set-piece things on my way through, but yeah, so here's the idea. You've got all sorts of different tools to do the job with. The sledgehammer can be used as a weapon, but it's ineffective as one, and the iron broadsword can be used as a resource harvester, but it's also not as effective as one. And you can do attacks with either of them, and if you want to harvest resources, you can do this, and you can just push your way through here. And if you hold triangle, you can charge up a spin move, and that clears out all the blocks around you. So if you've found like a vein or something, you can literally clear it out in one shot if you want to, which is great. Combat in this game is not as what's the word I'm looking for? I was gonna say extensive, but that's not really true. And I was also thinking about saying expressive, but that's not true either. But yeah, the combat in this game is very simple. It's all one button for the most part. I don't know if I'm going to get any more special moves later on. It's been 3 or 4 hours. But you can do one attack, and the majority of the attacks are based on, or the majority of the combat is based on positioning more than anything else. Because if you're in the right spot, you'll get missed by pretty much every attack every time. Unfortunately, you tend to go blundering into enemy monsters a lot, which happens, but thankfully you don't take much collision damage. It's probably the worst part of this game, and it's not actually that bad. All think, hello, those are some big bastards. Considering every monster actually drops, unique resources, it is actually recommended to go kill every monster at least once to see what they drop. Like, the little hammerhead guys in the first separated world that you run into. They drop these things that let you make these plushies of them, and they're worth like 500 experience points each. That's a ridiculously good amount of experience for That's a ridiculously good amount of experience for your base, because the more you level up your base, the better your base gets. And you do have to do it as like a story required thing, so, you know, leveling up your base by building more stuff is actually pretty heavily recommended. And there are other effects to it too, like if the more beds you have, for example, the more health your NPCs have when, hey, it's a hammerhead, a friendly one. There are enemy ones, the very first ones you come across, oh my god, ow. Yep, I'm running away from that. Human that looked like he was about to fall asleep. Yeah, they all say that he's really dopey, which is why I named him Baldric. If you get that reference, put it in the put it in the comments, and I'll link something as a reward for you. But yeah, this guy tells us about where the pyramid is. I've already been inside the pyramid and done the quest for it, but I'll go show it off anyway because it's actually a pretty neat little landmark. Can I actually see it from here on the top-down map? No, I can't. A little unfortunate, but we'll just keep going and we'll find it eventually anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of resources you can get. Oh, by the way, don't walk into too deep water. This is fine, but as soon as you go into water that's like really deep, you'll just fall right through it. Here's the pyramid. There's a bunch of landmarks like this around the place. There's a destroyed castle you go to in the progress of the story, and it looks awesome. Like, I can imagine people getting inspired by that. I've seen posts on the Dragon Quest Builders subreddit already, because I was there looking for a problem, actually, which I'm about to talk about. And it was, this guy had already gone and built his own fucking castle in the first world, and it was like this huge thing with lots of hallways and doors and stuff like that. It was awesome, and considering how easy it is to get a ton of resources in this game, there's a huge amount of encouragement to go and just like build whatever you want. And the more you build, like if you build spare rooms, it gives you experience on your base anyway, so you can literally just build like a hotel building and you'll get an absolute ton of XP for it. And there are things that you can build too, like there are things like inns that make your buildings better and stuff like that. Ow. Weapon range is a little short, unfortunately. Makes things a little difficult. I think I just got a free ingot. Ow. Stop that. I'm gonna eat something real quick before I start falling below. Need a med herb just to be safe. I gotta admit, I'm really liking it. Like, 3 hours in and my 3-4 hours in-ish, there's no save timer on, well, I say unfortunately, but at the same time, when people realize how much time they might be wasting on this game, it's probably a good thing that they don't do that. With all those resources. I know most of it's just useless sand, but, I mean, you can make a decent looking beach with it at the very least. I mean, hell, you can literally build a house in the middle of nowhere if you want, as long as it's 2 square walls high, and as long as it's 2 square walls high, it's got a door, it's got a light source, you can build a house and you can just hang around in it until, like, night passes. Because you can't see as far and there's more monsters, so there's a reason for that. But yeah, this pyramid's huge, isn't it? You're actually supposed to go in the front door, but if you come up here, you can actually see down into it. Which is actually pretty neat. There's a ton of landmarks like that in the other islands too. And something I didn't actually find in the demo of the game that people were posting about on Twitter and stuff like that. There's a freaking dragon somewhere on the first island that you can do 0 damage to. So, yeah, I imagine there's an absolute bunch of stuff to go find. And I'm only in the first chapter, and I feel like I've got lots to do and explore. I didn't even take the opportunity to fully explore the island I was in before, so that's a very interesting thing indeed. But yeah. As a streamline more... What's the word I'm looking for? More... Oh yeah. I almost forgot. This item here, the Chimera Wing. This lets you go back to base. Oh, that made me laugh the first time I saw it. Thankfully, it doesn't actually use the wing, so that's great. But yeah, just I am not seeing much to dislike about this game at all. The combat's a little bit sucky, but that's about it. What's this? I didn't actually look through here the first time I was here. Is this a dead end, or is it just a shortcut back? Just going in a big loop, apparently. I have no idea what's down here. Hey, it's a chest! I got a fireplace! That's neat! Huh. Alright, I approve. That's a little bit of a nice discovery. So yeah, hello? Where did you come from? Gotcha. There's vines here. Where do these go? Another chest. I'm not gonna complain. What are these? Featherfall footwear. Awesome. That probably means I don't take fall damage after I go and equip it. So you got your items here, you got your recipes here. You can see your room recipes for all your building upgrades and stuff like that if you need them, and you've also got access to all the blueprints that you need. This is where you come to equip your weapons and armor. Protects against falling damage, but they probably break after a while. You can check your stats. You can check all the tutorials here. There's your settings. You can do a return to base, but I imagine that does something like kill you, so you probably don't want to do that. Especially when you can get Chimera Wings without even trying, so... What's about I've gone lost? I'd like to think not. Music's great too. I mean, it's very simple music, but it's also pretty cool music. Right, I'm back here. I have to go the other way. So yeah, just as a... I mean, it really doesn't do much new in these sorts of game style or anything like that, other than really just slap a Dragon Quest theme over the top of it. But the Dragon Quest theme is really cool. Like, I'm not going to claim to be a fan of Dragon Quest. I don't think I've ever played any... Actually, no, that's a lie. I've played Dragon Quest 4, I think it was, on the DS, but that's pretty much the only Dragon Quest game I've played. So, I don't have much experience with the series, and frankly, I don't really think you need it. With the game being as, well, just beginner... Well, not so much beginner-friendly as this one, but it doesn't rely too much on previous game knowledge. I mean, you can assume what happened to the... in the intro cutscene just by, you know, watching it. I'm trying to get up this... Ow. I'm in trouble. I gotta try and get somewhere I can see. But yeah, you don't really need to be a fan of Dragon Quest to get into this game at all, because it tells you everything you need to know in the first cutscene, which is someone has given in to the evil lord and has created a huge amount of problems for everyone. that is pretty much the entire story of this game, at least at this point. And it's a really neat concept too. A game that's 25 years old gets a sort of, not even a spiritual sequel, just a sequel that's based around building shit. I don't know who came up with that idea, but it was a great idea and I quite like it. Also, this dog next door is going insane and I don't know why. It's just such a neat thing. Just as a thing. I mean, I know that's not saying much. It's a neat thing as a thing. But it still is just a really cool, like, little thing that they've done here. And it also has the advantage of being really fun to play. So, really, who's going to argue against that? Because I'm sure not. I wonder what that resource down there is. I haven't seen that before. Up and jump. There we go. And down and pound. That's silver, because I have found that before. More silver. And I want those ivy, so I want to do this. just love doing that. That is immensely satisfying. And the resources don't even disappear. Like, you can leave the map, come back later, and they'll still be there. No reason really not to collect them, but I mean, if you want to leave them there, they'll even show up on like that topographical map I showed you earlier. Like, look at this. So you can just see the edges of 2 of the blocks I didn't collect right there. That's kind of neat. Lots of coal and silver and all sorts of stuff. This makes it not only easy, but really satisfying to collect resources in a quick and painless way. And considering that I kind of burnt myself out on Minecraft back when it first got popular, this game giving that sort of drive back to me by making everything really simple and enjoyable, while at the same time having this nice theme about building your town over the top of it, it's kept me interested. Wrong direction. Correct direction. There we go. Just walk that one. Walk up here. Standing here. Go. Performance is fine. It's got a couple of frame rate drops here and there, but it's not really that big of a deal. Not in the grand scheme of things. It's nowhere near as bad as other games on the Vita that I can point out. Loads really quick, and it's actually a really small file size. Like, it's under 500 meg. So this will fit even on 4 gig cards, which is a nice change, considering that most of the games I've been downloading recently are huge. No multiplayer, though. That's kind of a disappointment, honestly. I'm kind of surprised. This sort of game seems like it'd be perfect for multiplayer, but they just decided not to implement it, at least not on this version. I don't know if the PS4 version has it. I'd be amazed if it didn't. I mean, I can understand why they wouldn't put it in on Vita, because doing that on the Vita might be a little more difficult than what the actual game implies, but at the same time, I'd be amazed if it wasn't on PS4, at the very least. And I know I've just spent like 10 minutes just harvesting shit, so I'll go back to my base and see what I can do with all of it. I got a bunch of ivy, so hopefully I should be able to build this watchtower here. I just need to see what I need first. But before I do, let's put everything in the chest. Or at least everything that'll fit in the chest yeah. Put away my coal, put away my bones, put away my steel ingots, put away my sand, put away my dirt, put away my fucking hell. Okay, I need 4 ivy, 4 stone steps, and a lot of earth. That's easily doable. Should be anyway. I should have got enough ivy. Yep, I got 10 ivy. I'll take all of it. And I need stone steps, so I'll grab what I have here. I've got 2 of them. And I need earth, so I need a stack of earth. And I've got plenty of stacks of earth. And of course I do have a tidy up option, but I don't use it very often. Don't really need to. So I should be able to make some more stone steps. Here we are. More stone steps. Let's build this sucker. So what do I need to do here? I need to put... Okay, so... Let's do this again. Right. So, 1 here. 2 here. Steps go down here. 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 Oops. Bang, bang, jump, bang. Make another stone step here. No, that's not what they want me to do. Interesting. Right, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm following. Here, and now if I just sit on the edge here, do this. I can build this step here. Now, the wall needs to be 4 tall, so 1, 1. Whoop. Down, 1, 2. Jump on that. 2, 3, 4. Back up. 2, 3, 4. Oh, jeez. I'll deal with that in a moment. Where are the enemies? Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I've lost the armory. Where the hell are they? I'll deal with that once I'm done building my watchtower. God almighty. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to put this here. No, I don't. Up here. This here. Put that there. Put this here. There, and the 4 ivy down the front. Let's do this the easy way. Boop, boop. This is a little bit more complex than it needs to be. Come on. There we go. Does that do it? What am I missing? The thing at the top, of course. The brassiere. Sounds like something a woman wears on her chest to cover her boobs. Okay, I need the brassiere. How do I get that? I need 3 stone. Shit. Oh, man. I should probably go repair my shit before I really do anything else. Can't see. There we go. Well, I got the empty room back. What about this? I'm kind of surprised, actually. Where is the hole in this? It's up here. Okay. There we go, that's back. Alright, now, the quickest way for me to get stone is to go through here, so I can come through here real quick. And, yeah, this is actually pretty hard to see, in case you were wondering. It is entirely possible to navigate with a torch. Just need to find a really big stone pile. Should be one around here somewhere. There we go. Now just get this. And that should be the stone I need. Don't know why I didn't sleep through that, but whatever. And I'll just grab this to be safe. Back to base. She just immediately starts up as I come flying through the air. I don't want to talk to you. Come on, leave me alone. Nope, this isn't even the thing I need to be at. I need to be at this. And now I need to make a brazier. And it's gone to the crate, because of course it has. So I can come back here, open this crate, and sort everything so I can find it. I had 2 of them! Damn it! Swap this with the... Excuse me. Swap this with the fur. Now where is this supposed to go? Dead center. And that's a new building. And everybody comes out to say hi. Or only he does. We talk to him. Free resources, and we get to move on with our lives. So yeah, that was a quick look at Dragon Quest Builders. You could get an entirely, similar sample of this by playing through the demo that's on the PlayStation Store, but at the same time, even after having played a more extended version of the game, I'm still enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Considering how small it is, I'll be able to keep it on my personal Vita for whenever I feel like I want to help these people out again. So there's plenty of room for creativity. It streamlines everything that would usually get in the way of the process and lets you have fun with it instead. And it's got a really cool Dragon Quest theme and the port runs really well. So I cannot argue against it in the slightest. I really can't. It's really cool. And I like it a lot. And yeah. I mean, unless you absolutely hate this sort of building, crafting, doing quests to help people sort of game, unless you really hate those sorts of games, then this comes as a recommend. It really does. And if you don't know, see for yourself, because you can go and play the demo. And it has a fair amount of content in it. Give you about, I don't know, an hour's worth your first time through. I just buzzed through it because I'd already read everything and all that. So, yeah. Real good. I'm going to go save now. Because I do not want to lose, the 45 minutes I just put in. There is one or two things, though. Just one thing, actually, now that I think about it. If the guy I talked to that gave me the quest for the Watchtower gives you a quest to improve to the blacksmith studio, take out your forge. If you're having problems with that quest, take your forge out, it'll probably solve it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.